Hello YouTube, this is Piper2381, and I recently went down to Central America to go visit some family. While I was there, I noticed that one of the houses I was staying at had a cacao tree growing. The reason why this is important is because the cacao is used to make chocolate, and so I decided to make a video of my first time trying to make chocolate. But before I started to do the chocolate, I decided to do a little research by looking at YouTube videos and watching TV shows in order to learn how and where chocolate comes from. My favorite chocolate would have to be Lindor. It's made by Lindt. The reason I love this chocolate is because it's milk chocolate, and inside it has a smooth center. This is the cacao tree which I've been referring to. As you can see, the cacao pods actually grow on the side of the tree, and on this tree the pods are actually yellow. Now you need a special knife or machete to remove the pod from the tree so as to not harm the tree. However, I didn't have access to one, so my friend just used a regular knife to cut it. Now, the actual pod shell feels very similar to a pumpkin shell, although it's not as heavy as a pumpkin. This is the cacao bean, or cocoa bean. It's surrounded by this white sticky pulp, and it really doesn't have a smell. However, the pod does smell kind of like a pumpkin shell. So at this point, I'm supposed to put the beans inside of the bin to allow them to sweat, which basically ferments the pulp. However, I didn't have access to a bin, so I just laid them down on the floor without the sun hitting them directly for about a week. And I'm back in my home. So this is the result of having the cacao beans in the sun for about a week now. And this is what they look like now. For some beans, the skin has started to flake off, and you can start to see the inside of the chocolate. This is called the chocolate nib, and it tastes and smells like dark chocolate. So now what I'm going to do is transfer the cacao beans to a tray so I can put them in my oven to bake. And I'm putting parchment paper on the bottom. Okay, so I'm about to put it in the toaster oven. So now I just want to toss the beans around for a bit. And and as you can hear, they are crackling. Now that I have them in the bowl, I'm going to show you how I peel them. These are really hot right now, so I'm burning my fingers, but it's easier to take off the skin like that. And the aroma is really nice because they've been roasted, so it smells like dark chocolate. And as you can see, the nib is the familiar dark chocolate as well, color. I finished peeling all the cacao beans, and now I have them in here, and I'm just going to mash them up like that. Okay, so after about 30 minutes of mixing, this is what I'm getting now. It's becoming a little bit more mushy, I guess. And the smell is more robust right now. So what I want to do now is add sugar. I think it would be best to use like a, specialty sugar, but I'm just going to use regular household sugar. And of course this is going to be continuous. After a few minutes of mixing, my hand got tired, so I had to speed up the process by putting it in the amazing bullet. I then added milk and sugar. After a few days in the refrigerator, this is what my chocolate mixture is looking like. I assumed that it would dry solid and be similar to a Hershey's bar, but it wasn't. Instead, the texture is more like clay. My goal now is to compact and press this mixture together into a solid piece and then freeze it for a couple of weeks so that when I take it out, it may become as solid as a chocolate bar. To do this, I need to transfer it to aluminum paper. As you can see, once I have it in the aluminum paper, it's easier to form into a solid. So now I just have to freeze it. I have had this solid piece in the freezer for many weeks now, and now I'm just going to unwrap it. Okay, and I'm just going to go for the taste test as always. It is very, very delicious. I think it does taste a little bit like the chocolate part of an M&M, only that this is a little bit more rough and grainy than an M&M, but it really is amazing. So that's it for this video. If you want to see pictures, you can always look at my blog. Just follow the links, and I'll see you guys next time.